just want to talk a little bit about transparency and the trouble that a lot of us reporters are having down here covering this story. In just the last couple of days, CNN's Jim Acosta and I, both in separate incidences, have been prevented by federal wildlife officials from photographing birds covered in oil being brought ashore. Now, the wildlife officials said to me that it was to protect birds, and they actually now have this area where the birds come in roped off and guarded by National Guard troops. Jim Acosta actually had a run-in with one of the troops getting the reporter's face. Watch.
I'm going to have to ask you to stop taking pictures of me.
They said we could do it as long as we didn't cross the yellow line.
There's this yellow line up there, and they literally will not get you within like 20 to 30 feet where you can actually get a picture of a oiled bird being brought in. Why? They say they don't want to upset the birds, and they don't want to interfere with workers, but I mean, I can assure you, one cameraman is a trained professional at CNN, and they're not going to interfere with workers. As for BP, they've promised transparency on a number of occasions. Most recently was a letter that we just obtained yesterday. It was actually sent out a couple days ago. And in the letter, it's from BP CEO Doug Suttles. They say, quote, BP has not and will not prevent anyone working in the cleanup operation from sharing his or her own experiences or opinions with the media. That's from, as I said, BP's Doug Suttles to company employees and contractors. Now, the has not part, that they haven't done this, is patently false. I mean, that's a rewriting of history. Many reporters from many news organizations over many weeks have been blocked and stiff-armed and given the silent treatment or told flat out, BP said we'd lose our jobs if we talked. And this is just one news organization that's been gone for weeks. As for the will not part, that they're not going to prevent anyone from cooperating with the media, well, maybe not everyone has gotten the memo. We put it to the test today. Tell foremen to keep them honest.
So here it is, the end of the work day out here on Grand Isle. These are the workers who've been working out here all day, loading up to call it a day. We made a point to come out here to the beach on Grand Isle right at quitting time for the workers who were handling the cleanup because we didn't want to interfere with their work or be accused of interfering with their work. And when we first showed up, security forces said, no, you cannot take their pictures. That's forbidden. And we said, why not? It's a free beach. It's a free country. After a while, they relented on that. But then they said, you cannot talk to the workers on the beach. We said, BP specifically issued a statement that workers were free to talk, and the security guards guarding these workers said, we have been told to not let the media speak to anybody who's working on this beach, nor let the workers talk to them. When we tried to talk to the workers as they were leaving the beach, when we had been told their work was done, we were still being ordered by the security guards to leave them alone, to stay away from them. Can I talk to you about the work out here at all? Is it part of your contract that you guys can't talk to us, or can you tell me anything? No comment? Can I ask you a question? You all part of the work crew? You don't want to talk about anything? Have you been told you can't talk? I don't want to talk. Hi, can I ask you a question or two out here? You look like a guy who's in charge, though.
All in response to you, it can be, we're here in support of the mission to clean up the oil.
But you can't, nobody here can talk?
No, sir.
Why not?
I'm only in here in support of the cleanup mission. You need to
I mean, is it like BP is your employer?
I'm only here in support of the cleanup mission. So
No, what I'm asking is, BP said that everybody could feel free to talk. They specifically said everyone could feel free to talk, and everybody out here says they can't do it.
BP didn't tell me that, okay? And all I can tell you is that we're here in support of the cleanup mission, and that's all.
Okay, so nobody here can talk?
No, sir. No, sir. Okay, good night. All right.
Why do you suppose that is?
Don't know. You have to go ahead to BP, not me.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
So, I mean, not everyone, I guess, got this new memo that was put out.
Apparently not. We tried to talk to, I'm not kidding, Andrew, we must have tried to talk to at least 30 different people in groups, individuals. I tried to talk to people away from the camera to say, look, there's no camera, no anything, just talk to me. And it was, I've been doing this for more than 30 years. I have never seen so many people across the board, we cannot talk. And security guards,
Private security guards hired by the
security guards, well, hired by someone. I mean, here's the weird part about this, Anderson. There are all these people out here working, and when you say to them, can you talk to me? No. Did someone tell you not to? I can't tell you. Who do you work for? I can't tell you. How are you in charge? I can't tell you.
What I found so stunning, though, about this bird incident that Jim Acosta had and that I had is these were federal wildlife officials, and this was not even BP. I have two sources who were involved in this effort who won't speak on camera, but they have told me, look, we will be fired if we say anything publicly. But they say, at least on this bird effort, that there's a huge bureaucracy involved, and in every boat to go out in the birds, you have to have a state wildlife official, you have a federal wildlife official, you have the BP contractor, person involved in bird rescue, and it's slowing operations down.
Which is exactly
all these people have problems and want to talk, but a lot of people are afraid about getting fired.
And all these local people are saying that's why birds are dying. But I do know this. Earlier today, John Roberts was out at the same place. He talked to BP officials after being out there and getting the same treatment, and they said, we'll clean it up. I'll tell you, by the end of today, it's not cleaned up. It's still the same way.
Yeah, Tom, appreciate it. Thank you. Digging deeper now. James Carville.